Hello and welcome to Today in the News of Vanguard Life. My name is Merlake Ademuju. Let's move straight into the top stories of the day list this morning, starting with Vanguard. Major leading story says United States seizes Nigerian-owned supertanker over alleged crude theft. It shows weakness in our port state control regime, Olaniyan says. Page 5 has the story. Dangote unveils 1 trillion naira scholarship scheme for 1.3 million students. There are photo stories here taken at the presentation of gas trading license and also at the inauguration of the new patrol vehicle for Lagos. Above the banner says FCCPC sues IKEDC office over violation of customers' rights. Page 10 has the story. Bayelsa Deputy Governor slumps and die at 60. Ambassadorial appointment. Drama as Senate clears Fani Kayode orders. Page 7 has the story. And lastly on the Vanguard newspaper, Tinubu hails Uzodinma as true progressive, dependable ally. You can find our story on page 34 of the Vanguard newspaper. Away from the Vanguard into the Punch, major leading story says insecurity. Federal government approved 94,000 new enlistments. Police said to take 50,000. Ministry fast tracked 30,000 paramilitary enlistments. Army eyes 14,000 fresh soldiers. Expert weigh in. Page 2 has the story. Local refining boom slashes petrol imports by 6 trillion naira. Page 19 has the story. Fubara pushing rivers towards fresh crisis, says a speaker. South governors, PDP mourn Bayelsa deputy governor's death. Ex-ADF Malami spent fortnight with EFCC. And lastly on the Punch newspaper, Oyinola blames Tinubu for crisis. You can find our story on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. Away from the Punch into the Nation, major leading story says, our challenges going into 2027 polls by INEC chair Amukuton decries lower voter turnout, canvasses upgrading of communications infrastructure. Above the banner says Bayelsa Deputy Governor Ekujaku dies at 60. Meter crisis. FCCPC sues Ikeja Electricity Headquarters. Rivers lawmaker fought Fubara's claim on peace meeting. And lastly on the Nation newspaper, EFCC to arraign Igige today for alleged contract fraud. You can find both stories on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. And lastly, The Guardian is leading with pricing, weak tourism infrastructure threatening $2 billion debt in December target. Page 6 as the story. Ambassadors Undume Oshiomhole clash at screening as a mockery others takes bow. Page 3 as the story. Ikeja electricity protest as FCCPC sues office over defiance of NERC order. And lastly on the Guardian newspaper, poor network, INEC toughest challenges in RF upload, says Amupiton. You can find our story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And that's all we have for the headlines of the dailies. Join us after the short break for a brief analysis of some of the stories. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Today in the News on Vanguard Life. My name is Marlake Ademiju. And looking to our first story of the day. The United States Coast Guard, in collaboration with the United States Navy, has intercepted the Nigerian-owned supertanker and skipper over allegations of crude oil theft, piracy, and other transnational crimes. The vessel, a 20-year-old very large crude carrier, VLCC, with IMO number, is reportedly owned and managed by Nigeria-based Tomorrow's Global Ventures Limited, though its registered owner is listed at Triton Navigation Corp, headquartered in the Marshall Islands. Authorities said the tanker was legally flying the Guyanese flag at the time of its arrest. In a swift rebuttal, Guyana's Maritime Administration Department confirmed that skipper is not on international ship registry and was using the country's flag without authorization. According to United States security sources, the seizure was carried out under American law enforcement authority, with President Donald Trump announcing the operation. Beyond suspicions of stolen crude oil, the vessel is also being investigated for alleging transporting a large consignment of hard drugs and operating within a network backed by suspected Iranian and other Islamic-linked money laundering finances. A check with the Corporate Affairs Commission, Abuja, showed that Tomaro's is inactive. Further checks by Vanguard showed that Tomaro's corporation address is listed at 111 Japa Road, Efurun, Warri, Delta State, with CAC registration number. However, there are no phone numbers linked to the company. Look into our second story of the day. Bayelsa Deputy Governor slumps and die at 60. Bayelsa State Deputy Governor Senator Lawrence Ekujapo passed on yesterday after collapsing in his office in Ayenogwa. Ekujapo was said to have slumped around 1:30 p.m. while descending a staircase shortly after a meeting. He was immediately taken to the Federal Medical Center in Ogwa. Hospital sources disclosed that he arrived unconscious and was moved to the emergency unit before being transferred to the intensive care unit, and efforts to revive him failed. His media aide, Dubara Tasi, confirmed the incident but did not provide further details. Sympathizers stormed the hospital in large numbers after the news broke, forcing security personnel to tighten control around the facilities. Ekujapo was born on the 5th of September 1965. He had served as deputy governor since 2020, represented Bayelsa West in the Senate, and previously held the position of Commissioner for Works. The People Democratic Party (PDP), in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Ini Emebong, confirmed the demise of the deputy governor, which it described as inexplicable. This is where we draw the curtain today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms displaying on your screen. And you can also visit us on our website for more interesting stories at www.vanguardnr.com.